Welcome to this video. I'm That Daily Dude, and today we are exploring the evolution of the Nike Dunk. If you aren't familiar with the channel, feel free to subscribe. Why not leave a comment about your favourite sneaker? The Nike Dunk is a focal point of skateboarding, streetwear and luxury fashion, with pairs found all around the world. With the sneaker back in full force in the modern day, let's take a look at the history of this iconic shoe. The Dunk was released as the second most popular shoe in 1985 behind the Jordan 1. The sneaker was never intended to be a flagship competitor for Nike and was actually created as a college basketball shoe. The original design was evolved from that of the classic Air Force 1, which made its debut 3 years earlier, also taking elements from the Jordan 1 and Nike Terminator, standing as a middle ground between the two iconic pairs. The Dunk was originally named the College Color High, but when the sneaker release coincided with the 40th anniversary of the Slam Dunk, the name was swiftly changed for marketing and exposure. Through mid to late 1980s, the Dunk was still a favourite, but basketball's rapid growth saw focus on technology and innovation within the sport, leaving the Nike Dunk quickly outdated and no longer usable for the court. This saw the Dunk evolve into a reliable, casual sneaker, introducing minor changes such as a nylon tongue for weight reduction and a thicker classic Nike swoosh. Luckily, these changes created a buzzing interest from the skating community, with Dunks appearing in skating videos from as early as 1986, seeing big skating names wearing the low-cut Dunks to kick some tricks. Over a decade later, moving into the early 2000s, sneaker forums began to rise, with sites like Nike Talk creating so-called sneakerheads, whose primary focus were to collect these trainers. Some of the key collection pieces were geographically limited release, seeing special Dunks on sale in only specific states or areas. These were near impossible to know about, let alone buy them, creating a hotspot for collectors and eager fans, travelling hundreds, if not thousands of miles to camp outside sneaker stores on release. Over the next few years, notable releases and collaborations were formed, with a big money Supreme collab edition of the Dunk Highs, helping the sneakers stay in the centre of fashion culture. By the mid-2000s, a huge wave of renewed interest in Jordan retros brushed Dunks under the carpet as they began to falter, with most consumers losing interest. Shortly after, Sandy Bodecker was named manager of Nike SB, given the task of revamping the struggling Nike skateboarding business. The solution was simple. Instead of Bodecker finding a new sneaker design, he would simply tweak the sneakers he already wore, creating the Nike SB Dunk. More than securing Nike's place in the skate industry, the SB Dunk bridged the gap between sneakerhead culture, streetwear, and skateboarding for brands all across the world. Though brands like Supreme were still very much skate brands, they saw a huge increase in fashion-related uses for their products. Moving on a few years, the market imploded. Rare pairs that were worth four-figure sums were essentially worthless by 2010 onwards, with a shift in taste towards sneakers such as the Yeezy designed by Kanye West. That was until the mainline Nike Dunks started making a comeback in 2015, with re-releases of the several classic colourways seen in the 80s and 90s, with some pairs being nearly one-to-one creations of the classic sneakers. A year later, Comme des Garçons put Dunks on the luxury runway, creating a pair with a notorious transparent upper sole, coming with a hefty price of $400. Regardless, the runway appearance was proof that Dunks were in for a comeback. In the most recent years, music producer and rapper Travis Scott designed his own Cactus Jack Dunks, reinforcing the regrowth of the Nike Dunk, and with his ongoing collaboration with the brand, many of the Dunks that were worth $100 just 5 years before are now surging in price, with some sellers charging multiple thousands. The Dunk has recently seen its 35th anniversary, celebrating its booming success, decline and rebirth, cementing them as a staple piece in fashion history. Do you own a pair of Dunks? If so, let me know below. If not, would you wear them? And once again, feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. That's all from me today. See you next time.